Air Force Falcons versus Elon Pheonix. Today I am your caster Striker, and tonight's our first matchup at Lijiang Tower.
Initiating match.
Alright, today we've got Louis, Gerber, Chris J, Redson Reaper, MJ Ulti, and Kaizen. Let's see what they're going to roll out with. Are they going to go meta? Or are they going to pull out their own strategies? Okay. Interesting. We're looking at a far here from... Oh, no, they're about May. Okay. So we're getting a standard meta by the looks of it from Pheonix. And on the other opposite side, the Academy MJ is definitely going for that Pharah. So we'll see how they go. Louis and Chris J on the old Ryan Zarya comp. Those two are a legend. Let's see how they can handle it through a Symmetra Reaper, however. By the looks of it, I'm guessing the Lucio is just going to be used to quickly speed boost. No, they're going to stick with him. Alright. Already the Pharah is at work. Cut off from his Mercy, though. He's going to have to reconnect. Alright, so we've got Sim teleporting in the back already. Apologies for scuffed up camera. Alright, so we got some basic here. Oh, Dash is already down. Ryan countered charge. Doomfist going into punch. We got purple on both tanks, however. They're getting pretty low, and Ryan already falls. Louis is going to do his best to stay alive. Res on the Chris J. That's huge. But they're pushing back. Gerber is down. We've got three. It looks like the Pheonix is pushing through that, however. And that will be a point taken. Louis is going to be the last one to die as he just waves as he goes off. Alright. Well played by the Pheonix team. Alright, let's see how they reset. Chris is leading them. Oh, Doomfist punches it straight in. Gerber gets a nice... Now he's going to pull back, but oh no, unfortunately he got purpled and caught by the time he pulled back. Now Pheonix is trying to push in. A little bit of poke from the far from the side. Belows Chris as well. The Falcons weren't able to pull out in time. Oh, but we got a res! He's pushing back. Let's see if we can get anything. But no, Chris J just got purpled and melted again. He didn't have his team to support him. Alright, now we got a May. Oh, this is huge. They're pushing in. Earth Shatter to counter it. And there's just not enough pressure to get the Ryan down while the Reapers... Oh! Counter pressure from Chris. And a grab. It's huge. He's got three of them. Chris has got a time. Chris and Louis pulling out. Barrage from MJ. Yeah, he gets picked up by a Symmetra turret, but all that's left from the other team is a 30 health Ryan. The Falcons need to push in. There we go, we're taking the point. Alright. However, that was a lot of ults that we had to blow in order to push them back. MJ is just doing his best to build some ult charge, and that's huge! Huge pick on the Ana. Another one down. MJ going to town. That was close. Counter charge. What a huge! They burned their grav and their shield for no effect. This is a great play by the Falcons. Exactly what they needed in order to hold on to that point. All right, now they brought out a Widow. See rocket to the face. However, as we're pulling back a little. Now the Falcons are playing split here. Chris is just kind of climbing his space, making sure that the Pharah has special room to deal with. Shatter wants to raise out of the way, but a counter Shatter. It's huge on both sides. Reaper going into ult gets up one, but the rest of his team is already dead. It doesn't matter. Huge Shatter by Chris. Great plays. Alright, we got one ult on Kaizen versus two ults from the Pheonix. Nano, both support ults are up, but we're almost to a barrage and a grab. Let's see if the Falcons can combo over that. Reaper is teleporting to the back lines while the rest of his team is pushing in. Ryan got cut off, but he's purpled, and now his team's here with him. Reaper's going to be trying to come in from the back. Grab sent in with a barrage from the back. Falcons cleaning down. Reaper just had to go over to point to see what he could do, but it doesn't last long. And the clock is ticking. Pheonix only has 12 seconds left to touch the point. Oh, they're gonna get to it with the ball in the back. Ryan's down. Do they notice? Okay, alright, Far went back to contest the ball. Mercy resing that Chris. Almost, it's almost capped, but MJ saves the day from preventing it to be back capped. What a play, what a play. And Falcons claim .1.
Score 0-1.
Great use of the fire, helping to keep space and just putting down so much pressure when the only thing that the Pheonix could put up was a Rhine shield. In that second push, it looked like Pheonix was able to get Chris and punish him for being too aggressive, but they just weren't able to stop the res from entering. Kaizen was just there and closing town. Alright, so it looks like... Alright, from the Falcons, no change. We're going with a May and a Farah. Pheonix, however, decided to go with a Baptiste and a McCree to deal with that Farah, while a Junkrat to keep spam damage down on the point. Right off the bat, Chris, both Ryans sharing the same ult charge. Going in, stopping each other. Chris is down again. Chris dies quickly. That's going to be a problem that the Falcons need to clean up if they want to keep this tight. But Biscuit Farmer down, Redson moving down. Both main healers are out for the fight, but however, the Falcons have a Mercy to help deal that extra health. And Lily just going to town with MJ. Baptiste is frozen. Picked off. Now it's just 2 tanks versus the rest of the team. And that will be a point taken for Falcons. Really strong showing so far from the Academy. Really getting stunned, but there's not much that can be followed up on that. The Pheonix can't really push much because they just don't have their run yet. The Falcons were a little too slow to capitalize on that, however. Mainly because the Farah can't do super well in the enclosed spaces. Alright, good pressure from both teams, just trying to keep Chris inside, but he's got... There's a Baptiste ult, but it was burned too soon! Grab him up! And the barrage just for show. It's probably a little unneeded, but by all means, Falcons wanted to send a message. They're here to fight. Alright, 4 ults on the side of the Pheonix. 5, excuse me. While only 3 to respond. If the Pheonix play their cards right, this should be a fight for them. Unless... The Shatter does nothing for Chris. He's a little too excited for that. But the Blizzard covers from what the High Noon was trying to put out. Amazing job on that Blizzard. Huge. Everything frozen solid. Academy sharing the chills of Colorado. And that was 3 ults wasted on the side of Team Pheonix. To be fair, Chris needed to work on that Shatter, but it did well. Okay, so we've got McCree looking to back cap on the Team Pheonix. Early barrage from MJ. Gets cleaned up. Look at this. There's a back cap though, do you notice? Yep, Mortar's going back to deal with it. But it's a little too late, they do get the cap. Red Sun is punishing his... Nope. Alright, they're able to get him. And they took the point back. Great grab. Swinging that better from Chris. And that is game 1. Dominant showing for Air Force. They were a little concerning at the beginning because when they lost the first fight, but they turned it around and were able to push back. Red Sun getting player of the game. Moira and her Kamehameha beam. This was huge. The Falcons were very lucky that they didn't have any way to keep Chris up if they didn't have Coalescence, so they were able to play the scene out perfectly. Alright, let's see what map is going to be chosen next. Yo, Nate.
Yeah.
You want to cast with me?
No.
Aww. Alright, looks like we have a swap on Pheonix. They changed El Redboat out for Spitz. Air Force sticking with what they got. Let's see, this is the point where I pull out some in-between game trivia. Let's see here. We have Louis, who is an Astro Engineering major. For those who don't know, the Academy is is mainly engineering by trade, but we have plenty of other majors. Like Chris J, he's a biology major. With both Louis and Chris J are leading the team right now as they're juniors, Louis being the team captain. I'll have to dig up more information on the other players this year. Alright, we're here in the King's Row. Now it looks like the Air Force will be mounting their attack first. So, based on what they played, if I was the Air Force, their fire was doing plenty of work. So, let's see if they stick with that.
Ready for battle.
Oh, yep, they got a pharmacy. Chris J deciding whether he wants to be a monkey or a German man with a hammer. So Pheonix, anticipating the pharmacy, pull out a Widow. Let's see how he does against Kaizen and MJ.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, Pete on the Diva.
Defend objective A.
Ah, good hit. Good hit from the Widows, but they're just body shots at the moment. Let's see if he'll be able to land a headshot. Down on a rocket, he got bubbled, which is huge, otherwise he would have died right there.
I needed that.
Alright, Air Force changing from their dive back to Orion Zari after seeing what the other team was rolling out. Putting some pressure on the Reaper. Decent roll from the Mace, celebrating the team, giving the right some cover. Chris is playing dangerous with his health bars. Ooh, MJ got picked off by the Widow. However, the Reaper did get pinned, and MJ was able to get rezzed by his Mercy. So right now, Air Force is up by 1. Now down. Shatter from Chris! Trapping both the tanks, and the healers are gone. And it's just clean up on the point. MJ already at the 90% result. Seeing if you can get a little extra bits of charge here. Great push by the Academy. However, it's just one far ult over here to about 3 ults from Pheonix. Looking at 4 if they play their cards. Far versus far, great! One more shot would have done it, but Kaizen wasn't, or MJ wasn't able to pull it off. Earth Shatter coming out, trapping the Falcons. Looks like they're not going to be able to do anything in there. Yep, this is going to have to be a reset fast and furious if MJ doesn't want to die here. Garber falls. MJ just trying not to be staggered at this point. Good play on Pheonix. They only had to waste their, they only had to burn Earth Shatter in order to win that team fight. So now they have 4 ults. Baptiste comes out. Both grabs. One high and one low. The fire got grabbed, but wasn't able to be followed up on. MJ releases with an ult. And an Earth Shatter just for good measure. Falcons win that out, but they had to burn 4 ults to do so. However, that's balanced by the fact that the Pheonix also burned almost everything that they had. So now it's a 2 ults to 1. So far, it's a good trade by the Falcons. It looks like Pheonix will be able to mount a resistance before we get secure point B. But Spitz is down to a fire strike already. That's huge. MJ, however, falls. Reaper coming in with his ult. Doesn't get anything but clears the way for his Zarya to pick up Chris. And it looks like that's going to be a team fight for the for Pheonix. Kaizen's last stand. Let's see if they find him Moira.
Repairing the damage. Get into position.
Alright, they're pushing forward. They entered in the neutral stage. Huge Earth Shatter comes up, but it only catches Chris, and they're not able to really follow up on this. Chris pins, but Colonel just goes into Wraith form. Maywall to help segregate which teams are going where. Valkyrie is popped. Earth Shatter returns, and it catches two. Biscuit Farmer and both healers are down. May releases her ult, but it doesn't really catch anyone, but it does space out the some of their team. Now, MJ just going back to town, doing his work. And this is cleanup again. Steady play by the Falcons. Oh, so close there, MJ. Alright, the Reaper was trying to be a little too aggressive there, but he got focused down because the rest of his team wasn't there to support. MJ is now going to be looking for that barrage. He's probably going to be trying to combo it with a grav. Huge plays. But he gets countered. It looks like the Academy lost out on that one. They were doing well. But just both DPS ults from Pheonix came in and were able to secure a hold. Alright, let's see if they come back at it. It's just a grab. Oh, grab and a shatter. Chris is going to have to be looking out for that shatter. Chris almost a shatter of his own. They're going to be pushing. They caught the Mercy. That's huge. Will shatter. He does. He catches them, but they're in the immortality mode. They have to punch it out before they can actually get a secure kill. Garbo is down. And Pete gone. Looks like a steady hold. Alright, we're going back at it. Battle of the Fars in any closed spaces. Baptiste Bar comes up, but a blizzard to counter. It catches the team, but they've got immortality. Fire's down, Baptiste is down. Raz coming in though, the Academy didn't notice that. But it doesn't matter, they've already got their Rhine. Can the Fire Barrage do anything? She gets a bubble, perfect bubble, but it's not enough. She picks up Chris, but the Academy's been able to mount a steady pressure now. Shatter, but it catches nothing. Soldier ult. MJ tried to counter it, but it just got burned down. Desperation time paid off for the Pheonix as they were able to clean out the Falcons. Falcons have 45 seconds left on the clock. Will they be able to push through the last 2.5 meters? keep getting stuck up here. Ooh! Oh, that could be huge, but instead, somehow I got turned around for the Academy. They just lost 2. That's devastating. They might not be able to make a meaningful assault now. Getting caught in the open by the soldier was incredibly important for the Pheonix.
10 seconds.
Louis, however, they get a little too aggressive. There's 5 seconds left, but someone's got to touch. Lucio made it there. That's 3, 4, 5. 5 for the Academy. Pheonix got a little too overconfident trying to hold too far forward, and they just got caught. The Academy completes it, but it's 0 seconds left. What a finish.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Wow. What a push. Let's see what the Falcons roll out on defense.
Ready for battle.
Alright, by the looks of it.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
MJ went over the McCree now. He's not interested in playing a defensive FAR because it's interesting. As a defensive Widow, you have to hit all your headshots in order to take out a FAR. But as a offensive Widow, all you got to do is hit 1 good shot. So Academy is definitely playing it safe here with McCree, so that way they can both work on the FAR and keep their players together where they're not going to be. It's harder to make mistakes.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Enemy
Oh, the timing was just a little too off on that wall there from the May. They already lost MJ to the sniper. Colonel doing a good job. Chris, however, just fighting to keep his team back. And he's doing an aggressive charge. Unfortunately, he got the pale of Lucio. And now the rain. Chris going to town. Will they pick up the Widow? Oh, he's going in for that style charge. Chris J, ladies and gentlemen. Let's shed some spotlight on Louis here. Alright, let's see. Chris is already up to his shatter. Let's see, he'll be looking to send it in as soon as he gets past the Ryan shield. Bubble down. He knows as soon as those bubbles are down, he can shoot, and he does. He catches through. 3, and the Zoria's already gone. Mercy's gone. They lost Gerber, but they've already won the fight. It doesn't matter. Alright, now it's Louis' turn to pop off. He's got grab. Let's see how many he gets. Shatter gets blocked. But Chris is down, but Louis decides to throw in the grab. They have to deal with the fire. And Elon gets 2. But it's a tied match right now with 3 people defending, 3 people attacking. Mercy enters in the fray though. She, with that res, can make a difference. Blizzard catches 2. Mercy's down. Fire's down. Zarya's down. Get him better for the 3. Let's go. Chris is trying to just hold off what he can do. He's got support. He's got a beat. And he's got the fire strike. Lucio just beat by himself and got shattered in return. Oh no. Alright, 1:40 left. We got 3 outs on the side of Pheonix. They've got to pull something, a rabbit out of the hat if they want to be able to push this through. But they can do it. Ron's trying to go for his charge, but he wasn't able to get anybody. May doing a nice job kind of forcing the direction of the foil of Pheonix. Ryan swinging away. Grab comes in and he catches 3, but there's bubbles and coalescence to try to recover them. Warrior falls. 3. Ooh, it's now it's Chris Shatters gets the kill on the Mercy, but he dies as well. It's still it's
60 seconds.
can the Reaper pull anything out? Nope, he got flashbanged. What a play. 48 seconds. Pheonix has got Shatter, they've got Death Blossom, they've got Valkyrie, and all that the Falcons have anything to say about that is a high noon. It's 4 down for the Pheonix, but they were able to get MJ. Care Bear cleans up on aisle 7. Alright, Reaper's in position to touch if he has to. But then he's been spotted, they know he's there. Alright, Valkyrie popped. Wall just buy some time. Great wall from MJ. Or sorry, Care Bear. Alright, Reaper's going in to touch. He pulls up, but he gets stunned immediately and burned down! They get grabbed off the point! And it doesn't matter! Looking for the grab off point! Huge plays by the Air Force. What a team! And as it rightly should go to, Louis holding the point. You left clicks. You left clicks some more. Oh, look at that tracking, ladies and gentlemen. Diamond level played right there, courtesy of Louis. And that's it. Victory for your United States Air Force Academy Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, and join us next time when the Overwatch team is here to stay. And this is Striker, your caster, signing off.